Yeah, good morning again. Good morning, Rhonda. Meeting you for the first time. Karen, we spoke to you a couple of times. This webinar is translated on our Ukrainian Facebook page. So there'll be viewers also who are checking on our Facebook page as well. So it's been a little bit slow with the COVID in Ukraine. We've advertised for the last 3 weeks, and we'll have another session in about 2 months as well. So we'll keep this on rolling. As we know, it's a very sensitive small market out there. Yeah. We have about 5,000 people in our Facebook page and group, so this will be broadcasted live there as well.
Okay. So should I get started or?
Yes, please. Yeah. Ina, are you there, Ina? Okay, yes, please. Let's get started. Yes.
All right. Well, welcome to everybody who's listening in. My name is Karen Parkington from the University of Winnipeg. And I am here on behalf of the CIP with the Ukrainian office. My colleague Rhonda is sitting in as well. So I will get started with our presentation and talk to you a little bit about our different programs that we have to offer. First of all, I do want to say good morning. It is 9 a.m. here in Winnipeg. Okay, 1 second here. Let me just get everything set up. So,
while Karen's setting up, I'll just introduce myself. So my name is Rhonda, and I'm an enrollment advisor with the University of PACE, and I'm also a graduate of one of the PACE programs. So thank you guys today for giving us the stage to share some of our programs and information with you.
Nice meeting you. And that's Ina from our Kyiv office also has joined, I think.
Oh, nice to meet you, Karen. Nice to meet you, Rhonda. How are you?
Good. Can I just maybe get a thumbs up to make sure that we can see the PowerPoint that I've got sharing?
Yeah, we see it.
Yes.
Okay. Got it. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. So once again, welcome to the University of Winnipeg presentation. We will be talking primarily about our post-degree diploma programs, but I will touch on a little bit about what the university has to offer. We are located in Winnipeg, Manitoba, which is in the middle of Canada. The city of Winnipeg has about a population of about 800,000, so we're a good-sized city. Small enough for people to get to know each other, big enough that we have lots of companies that are coming into Winnipeg and choosing to have their offices in Winnipeg. We have a very strong economic growth, and this was pulling from 2018, but it was continuing on with 2019. We will see how things go forward after COVID-19, but we are quite hopeful that things will continue to do well in Winnipeg. The COVID-19 hasn't impacted or hasn't been seen too strongly here in Manitoba. So we are very hopeful that things will get going fairly shortly again. Now, a big thing about Winnipeg is that we have, like I mentioned, a strong and diverse economy. So if you are thinking of getting jobs here in Winnipeg, you can be assured that there are a lot of options for companies in Winnipeg. And it's diverse. We have a range of industries from aerospace, financial services, biotech, manufacturing. We've got it all. So even though we are not like Toronto and Vancouver, we have a lot of big companies that are coming into Winnipeg. So here are just a few of our bigger companies that are here in Winnipeg. So lots of options for jobs. Another thing about Manitoba, and specifically Winnipeg, is the cost of living. I know a lot of people are familiar with Vancouver and Toronto. Those are the big names that you always hear. However, when you look a little bit closer at the prices, you will see that Winnipeg is quite a bit cheaper than Vancouver and Toronto. So the average rent for a one-bedroom apartment, so the full apartment in Winnipeg, is about $1,000. When you compare that to Vancouver and Toronto, you can see we're paying half or even less than half of what they pay for the same apartment. And I want to add that your salary ranges are generally the same in Vancouver and Toronto as they are in Winnipeg. So you will be paying quite a bit less for your living costs. And even if you're looking long-term, want to buy a house, you can see that it is a lot cheaper in Winnipeg to buy a house. And if you have kids and you're looking for childcare, same thing, quite a bit cheaper here in Winnipeg. So we're not cheap because we are Canada. However, we're cheaper than some of those big cities like Vancouver and Toronto. The other big thing about Manitoba is that we have our own provincial nominee program specific to Manitoba. It is one of the fastest immigration pathway programs in Canada. So again, if you are thinking long-term and you think you want to immigrate to Canada, the provincial nominee program in Manitoba is a good option. So as you can see here, that students who went through the PNP program, we had about 2,000 students opt for the PNP program in 2018, and I am sure 2019 was even more. We have a bachelor degree information here, but students who are taking the 1 or 2 year post-degree diploma programs at PACE do qualify for the postgrad work permit as well. And the PNP program, the provincial nominee program, can fast track you for your permanent residency application based on the job. So that is really a good option for people thinking of immigrating to Canada, to Winnipeg. So now, where is the university? We are downtown in the city of Winnipeg, and all of these photos that you are seeing are actually taken very close to the university. So we have national sports, hockey, concerts, big concerts that happen. The photo here of the lake is actually very close to the university, and you can see the Museum of Human Rights, which is one of the only national museums outside of Ottawa. It's a really beautiful museum. And then a lot of companies have their offices downtown. So this is all very close to the university. I am speaking primarily with the Ukrainians, so I don't think I have to talk too much about winter. That is usually a fear from international students coming to Winnipeg, but I think many of you will be familiar with the colder weather. But I always tell people we own winter. We know what to do in winter. We're not scared of winter. And so we have lots of things that we can do in the winter, but of course, we have those summer and the springs as well. So we have lots of beaches that are close to the city. So if you want to head out to the lake or go camping, which many of us are doing now in summer. Earlier this week, we had 30 degrees, so it's perfect for beach weather. And that photo of the polar bear, that is in the zoo. The polar bears are far away from Winnipeg, don't worry. Very quickly, a little bit about the University of Winnipeg in general. So there is about 10,000 students at the University of Winnipeg altogether, quite a few international students with different student groups, good research opportunities as well. Very quickly about the bachelor degrees, they do offer 3 or 4 year bachelor degrees, small classrooms, so you get to know your professor. Various start times, January, May, and September, and some co-op programs are available as well. So these are some of the popular undergraduate bachelor degree programs. So they do offer in all areas from arts, business, science, and kinesiology. So there's different options for you if you are thinking of taking a bachelor degree at the University of Winnipeg. However, I will primarily focus on the post-degree diploma programs. So we offer 1 and 2 year post-degree diploma programs. These are professional diplomas in the industry here in Winnipeg. So here are all of our programs that we have to offer. Most of them are business management focused programs. These are not entry-level programs. They are focused on the higher level management areas. And we also have IT programs, and some of our IT programs have management as well. So we have 2 new programs starting in 2021, the Predictive Analytics and the Artificial Intelligence. Those are our 2 new IT programs. All of the other programs are already running. And these are all professional programs. They are very focused on the industry, and they will get you going into the workplace. So why are our graduates successful? So all of our courses in our programs are taught by professionals from the industry. We don't have faculty, we don't have full-time teachers, we hire professionals. So the students will be getting very applied knowledge. They will be getting hands-on information about the industry. Many of our instructors are taking vacation days to teach, so they teach what they do. Also, a big part of our program is networking. Now, the city of Winnipeg is big. However, many people get jobs through networking. And so we really, really focus on that. You will get membership to professional associations in the industry. So we encourage students go connect, get to know your industry while you're studying. And this is very important. I talk a lot about this, and I should explain, I'm the program manager for the project management program. I would like to point out my colleague Rhonda is actually an alumni from the project management program. So we are very familiar with what these programs are offering. Also, you may be wondering and looking at our program and thinking, oh, it's very similar to some college programs. And yes, we have very applied programs, but you will graduate with a university diploma. So it's a bit of the best of both worlds. And our programs are aligned right with the industry. All of our programs are designed with industry professionals' input. So we talk to professionals from the industry. What should you as a student learn from the industry? What do you as a student need to know to get work in the industry? So we speak directly to the industry when we design our programs, and they will get you ready for the workplace. I have had students nervous about getting jobs in the industry because they're like, oh, I just learned about this. And then I talk to them afterwards. They're like, I know what I'm doing. I actually learned what I need to do. So we get them ready with real world scenarios, like they're ready to go and do the work. And we're constantly reviewing our programs to make sure that they're still aligned to the industry because things change in the industry. So we're really trying to focus on getting you jobs in there. So here are, oh, did I miss it? No. So here are, and my apologies, I did correct this and it keeps going back to this alignment, unfortunately. So here are the tuition, the start, and the duration of our programs. And the tuition listed in here, and I do apologize, things are lining up. I fixed it every time and it always goes back to this. The tuition is listed in Canadian prices. The programs, oh, it's very unfortunate that you can't see it here, but the programs are generally 12 months, and these are full 12 months. We pack a lot into these 12 months. 2 of our programs are 2-year programs. So the financial management program and the marketing management are our 2-year programs. And the prices listed in here, the $24,480, is for both years. So you get quite a bit for a 2-year program. And the start dates, we have programs starting in January, May, and September, so 3 times a year. But depending on the program, some programs only start once a year, some twice a year. Right now, project management is offered 3 times a year. So if you are looking at a specific program, we recommend that you start planning according to the start date. So look at the start date of the program and plan for that start date. This one actually stayed. So these are the other programs that we have to offer. And like I said, most of our programs are 12 to 13 months. And again, I want to reiterate that if you are thinking of immigrating to Manitoba, the Provincial Nominee Program fast tracks international students who are getting jobs in their area of study. So depending on what type of job, you could apply as soon as you get the offer, or you have to work for 6 months. Worst case, you have to work for a year. So you can see it's much quicker in Manitoba than in other provinces. The application deadlines listed in here are the last possible date that our applications are still open. We do sometimes close programs earlier. Some of our programs are very popular, project management and human resources especially, and we do close applications before those deadlines. I want to say that our programs are small. Our average sizes are between 25 to 35 students in a program. That's it. That's all we've got. And we have students applying from all over the world. So we have limited seats in our programs. So we encourage students to apply 6 to 9 months beforehand to make sure you have all the documents and the tuition that you need to secure your seat. So these are the application deadlines. Like I said, I recommend applying here rather than later. So what else do we have in our programs? We include internship in our full-time programs. Every program has, but I strongly recommend internships. So I do want to say internships are 4 weeks. They're not paid and they're not guaranteed because you do have to work for them. Hundreds of different sites that we work with. And so students are able to participate in an internship in various companies in the city. Best case, students will get hired from their internship, and we do see that. I think almost every time we do internship, there's at least a couple of students that get hired. But I say worst case, you get references. And you really want to build your references in Winnipeg. So it's a really good opportunity for students to make those connections and get that experience in Winnipeg. And we include supports along the way. You have a course specifically on your resume to make sure it's ready for a Canadian job posting. We want you to have a good resume. And we also have lots of working opportunities throughout the year. In addition to the professional associations, we have an event called the Career Hub, where we bring in professionals, many of whom are alumni, who will give you tips as well. So lots of opportunities to build your connections. So what do you need in order to apply to the PACE program? Every program requires a minimum of a bachelor degree. That's minimum. We are post-degree diploma programs. Almost all of our programs require minimum 1 year work experience, professional work experience, and internship does not count. So not have to be directly related to the program, depending on which program you are applying to. But to be honest, we prefer more years of work experience. The average age of a student at PACE and 35 years old. So we're not a young program. We are typically seeing students who are older and they have that work experience coming in. So we do really want to highlight that. The English requirement, we do accept various test results, including the academic IELTS or the TOEFL. So academic IELTS is 6.5 overall, the reading not lower than 6. TOEFL is 86 minimum. If you want and you don't have sufficient English and you want to learn more English, we also work with the English language program at the University of Winnipeg. So if you have academic IELTS 5.5, you would be able to start right away with the academic level 5 at the English language program. That semester is about 14 weeks. And so you should have enough English by the end of that semester to meet our requirement, which is a B grade, in order to be admitted into the PACE program. So there's lots of options for you to take. And I will add that right now, the English language program at the University of Winnipeg is offering their academic level 5 online. because a lot of people are not able to travel right now. So what do you need to do? So everything is online. The entire application process is online. You need to provide CIP, who will be the ones who can help you with the applicant. You need to provide all the documents. Everything will be PDF'd and submitted. The application fee is $125. And again, I will leave it up to talk a little bit more about what they can offer you guys. And then to secure your seat, we do need to have a copy of the immigration, the IRCC letter that says you have been approved for a study permit. So that we will need that as well. Seat. So that's why I do recommend applying sooner rather than later. So I just want to quickly touch on the English language program. Some of you may be interested. As mentioned, the English language program offers a pathway program, but they offer other programs, shorter programs as well. So if you want to test out Winnipeg to see if you like it and want to come for a couple of weeks first, this is another option for you as well. The pathway specifically, it's a lot of writing in here, but they offer everything that you need to get started at the university. So the reading, the writing, the listening and speaking. And they also include a university course right in the academic level 5, which helps you get you started right away in your, if you want to do bachelor or if you want to do a diploma. They include that course, university course, right in your English program to help get you started. So here are the start dates, various start dates. And like I said, right now they are offering the academic level 5 online. So you don't even need to come to Canada just yet if you want to work on your English. But like I said, if you want to maybe test Winnipeg out, get a sense of it, they have these shorter programs, more intensive programs, 4 or 5 weeks, running in summer, July or August, and with other options as well. So there are some options here. This is a cool option for people who might want to come for about 7 weeks. You can take an English program for 4 to 5 weeks. And then for 3 weeks, you will be shadowing, job shadowing in a local company. So you get to get a sense of what businesses are like in Winnipeg and just to try to test things out. So again, this is a good option if you're not sure about Winnipeg and you want to come to Winnipeg for a bit and try to test things out. So these are the dates listed for the Canadian Workplace Experience Program. And generally they're in summer, but they also have winter options as well. So these are the language program fees. So if you're thinking of doing the English language program, they are quite reasonable for a university English language program. And the tuition listed in here is all in Canadian prices. So there are some scholarships that are available. So depending on what program you are applying to, there are the President's Scholarship option. That is the primary scholarship you can apply to prior to starting the program. If you are looking at the bachelor degrees, they have other scholarships available for the IB or the EP. And then there are some in-course awards that you can apply to as well. Now you would have to contact the awards office directly to apply for any of these scholarships. We also have residences available for students. So there are 2 options for residences. One includes the meal plan, one is without the meal plan. So depending on how much you like cooking, is the one that you want to opt for. And all of these residences are very close to campus, 2 to 5 minute walk. So you can't be late for class. They are very close. And if you are coming with a family, they do have family units available as well. So you have that option as well if you want to come with your family. There's Homestay as well. For some of you may want to try that out first. Maybe you want to do one semester with a homestay. You're very new to Winnipeg and you want to connect with a family. So there's Homestay as well, but the university will help you with that as well. And the University of Winnipeg does include the International Student Services, so they offer a lot of support for international students. They will pick you up from the airport, they will provide immigration advising, it's a place for you to connect as well. So there's a lot of options and opportunities for you to connect with other international students, get advice where you need to get advice. So there's a lot of resources. At this point, I think I've quickly summarized what we have to offer. And I would like to hand it over to CIP to see if they would like to touch a little bit about what they have to offer from their end.
Yeah, is it okay if Ina switch to Ukrainian now?
Sure.
Inashka?
Yeah, I'm here. Let me
Oh, I don't know if we, oh, there we go.
Should I speak in Ukrainian, yeah?
Да, да, да.
Дякую всім, хто приєднався до вебінару. Якщо наразі маєте запитання, будь ласка, ви можете задати їх в чаті, включити ваш мікрофон і отримати відповідь на запитання. Також хочу наголосити, що ми є партнерами університету Winnipeg, University of Winnipeg, і ми надаємо повну підтримку нашим студентам, які бажають вступити до університету, допомагаємо з оформленням повністю пакету документів для вступу, допомагаємо в подальшому вже і отримати студентську візу. Якщо ви маєте наміри отримувати освіту в Канаді і для цього розглядаєте університет Winnipeg, як ви зрозуміли, що університет Winnipeg сприяє подальшій також і подальшому працевлаштуванню в Канаді, подальшій імміграції, і особливо програми, які є післядипломними, тобто PACE programs, так, вони підходять тим студентам, які вже мають досить вагомий досвід роботи по своїй спеціальності, мають освіту і також розглядають в подальшому вже отримання освіти в університеті. Тому якщо розглядаєте програму, якщо розглядаєте освіту в Канаді і особливо в Winnipeg університеті, будь ласка, звертайтеся, ми допоможемо вам саме з подачею документів, з отриманням зарахування і в подальшому вже з отриманням студентської візи.
Яночка, тогда я слово тоже скажу. Здравствуйте всем, меня зовут Готан Кулюри, я в керівник компанії Центр міжнародних програм. Я зараз нахожусь в городе Ватерлоо, я проживаю в Канаде, в городе Ватерлоо. Центр международных программ работает в рынке образования за рубежом 20 лет. И мы для наших студентов, которые с Украины поступают в University of Winnipeg PACE программы, мы даем стипендию до 5000 канадских долларов. Если у вас вопрос, пожалуйста, обращайтесь в наше украинское представительство. У нас есть офисы в Киеве, Суму, Львив и Винница, и наши сотрудники будут рады вам помочь в осуществлении вашей мечты учиться в University of Winnipeg. Спасибо.
Спасибо.
Yeah.
All right. I think from our end, that is kind of a quick summary. So I'll just stop sharing it here. If there are any questions for people who are interested in the programs, I would be happy to spend some time answering any questions.
Yeah, we probably will have to follow up with them personally. We had about, for the whole campaign, we had about 60 registrations. We've called them, we spoke to them, Ina has been in touch with them, but online participation is something new for Ukrainians, and it's been very slow. I would, again, continuing our efforts, as you know, University of Winnipeg has a special relationship with Ukrainians. For me as well, I'm superficially, I look Indian, but I'm a more Ukrainian than an Indian Canadian out here. So I've lived in Ukraine for 20 years before moving to Canada. My wife is a Ukrainian, and my kids are Ukrainians. So I started my career in Ukraine, and we will continue supporting Ukrainian students. For many Ukrainian students who are coming to our office, we provide scholarships up to $5,000 from our company funds to support the diversity for the institutions which are supporting us. Interesting country, a lot of interest, especially from Western Union, Western Ukrainian. We have an office in Lviv. I think, Karen, you visited Lviv, right?
Kim has gone quite often.
Has traveled a couple of times, right? Okay, very interesting country, and I hope you can, once we have the world back to normal, it's probably next year, maybe we can have some in-person seminars as well. And yeah, as Ina just mentioned, we will follow up with our students out here. And if your schedule permits, can we also follow up with another seminar in about 2 months or 3 months, whatever works out for you. We'll keep on doing this every 2 or 3 months, at least 4 to 5 seminars, because it's it's a slow market, very limited work permits, study permits from Ukraine. I think hardly about 1,000 every year, if not less. So we will do our best to support out there. And we had students from Ukraine through our office with University of Winnipeg PACE.
Yeah, we have students.
What I was just going to add for the students listening in and looking and thinking about coming, I do recommend a couple of things if you're looking and doing your research. Check our website out. Go to our International Student Success Stories. We have had quite a few Ukrainian students actually come through our programs. So you can read their stories on our website. You can check the different programs out and check out the Ukrainian students and read their stories, connect with them. You can connect with them via LinkedIn and just do kind of get a sense of where students are at. Typically, our Ukrainian students are doing quite well. So I would be quite hopeful for any student coming in from Ukraine that there's some good options for when they are graduating.
Yeah. One question, Karen. I checked the programs, and for artificial intelligence, there was no intake there. It was for data analytics, we had intake, but for artificial intelligence, there's no data yet, right?
So the artificial intelligence program is starting for the very first time next fall, fall 2021. Okay. We open up applications about 1 year in advance. Right now we just have up to May 2021 that are open. And fall 2021 should be opening probably August, thereabouts. So the new program, Artificial Intelligence, will open for the very first time next 2021.
A very interesting program. This is actually, I think, University of Winnipeg PACE is the first university having this program as a diploma or a post-degree program. I think Durham College has one program. I guess that's it. Nothing in Canada as of now on artificial intelligence. So high interest. I think especially Ukrainians are very good in information technology, computer science. And I was actually talking to a student a couple of days ago who was interested in that program. Yeah.
All of our, as I mentioned, our programs are designed with the industry. So with these 2 new programs, we consulted with the various IT associations and said, what area do we need here in Winnipeg? And those are the 2 programs that came forward. So yeah, there should be very good job potential with these programs upon graduation, just like in our other programs. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Ina, do you want to add anything, Ina?
Yeah, I just say thank you, Karen and Rhonda, for presentation for webinar. Thank you so much. I think it's very useful for our students, and we hope that we have followers after the webinar, and we've got questions and applications after the webinar. I hope so. And now I'd like to share our contacts with the students. They could contact us. I just switch in your screen.
It's not quite showing up on my screen. It looks like you're still starting switching.
These are our contacts in Ukraine. So, студенти, які бажають отримати консультацію, так, які хочуть отримати безкоштовну консультацію, допомогу в подачі документів до навчальних закладів в Канаді. Будь ласка, ви наразі бачите наші контакти. Ми маємо офіси не тільки в Києві, а також в інших регіонах України. Тож, будь ласка, звертайтеся. Наша консультація безкоштовна. Ще раз наголошую, що від канадського представництва ми також надаємо стипендію нашим студентам для навчання в Канаді. Якщо бажаєте отримати більш детальну інформацію, будь ласка, звертайтеся до наших офісів за вказаними контактами. Ми завжди раді вам допомогти. Thank you.
All right. And if anybody has any questions, you can always feel free to connect with CIP. And take a look at our website, read the stories from the international students. We can be in touch if you have any questions.
Yeah, thank you. Just to add, Karen, this February I passed my RCIC license as well, and I've applied for my ISUC membership. So for students who are applying through CIP, we will provide not just the study services, but complementary immigration services as well. So if there anybody's coming with their spouses, if they're post-study, if they have any, if they require support, we will help them complementary with all the process till the end.
That's very good. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you again. Thank you for your time, and thanks for the presentation. And we look forward to working with you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Rana.
Oh, you're welcome. It was nice sitting in and meeting you guys, and to the students out there, hopefully we'll see you in the classrooms at PACE one day. It is an amazing place to study, that's for sure.
Thank you, Rana. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. I hope everyone will have a good night, because I know it's late in Ukraine.
Yeah. Sure. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye.